Welcome to On the Record. I'm the host, Patrick Crowley. I'm also the co-host of Northern Kentucky Magazine here on ICN 6 with Nancy James. My guest is well known in Northern Kentucky and even Kentucky political circles as the former 4th District Chairman of the Republican Party, but now he's running for Campbell County Judge Executive. We're going to talk about his campaign, and we're going to get to know Kevin Sell. Kevin, thanks a lot for coming on.
Hey, thanks, Pat. It's good to be here again.
All right, before we get into some politics, let's find out about you. Tell me about your background, your personal life, professional life, some of your political activities.
Okay. Well, born and raised in Silver Grove, and I'm a proud Big Train, graduated from there in '82. Yeah. On a professional side, I'm currently Vice President of Corporate Development, United Group Services. They're in Cincinnati. Been there for 5 years, but as you well know, I was Vice President of Century Construction in Erlanger for 14 while I was doing that dual role as a full-time firefighter. But I'm a retired captain shift commander from the airport, and prior to that, did 3 years at Newport, back when the station was where the Peace Bell now sits. Yeah. But continued through education, 2 degrees from NKU, 1 from UC, and finished my graduate degree work in Clemson in 2003. On the service side, under the Fletcher administration, I was chairman of the Kentucky OSHA Review Commission, where in the 3.5 years that we served, we were able to talk with the then governor, make some changes, actually save taxpayers about $100,000 a year in streamlining budget and staff. And on the Workers' Compensation Funding Commission, actually voted to remove the coal severance tax, again saving taxpayers or actually employers money on those additional workers' comp tax premiums. With ABC, and I think that's how you and I first met, Associated Builders and Contractors had been involved with that since 1990, and I think you and I started running into each other in the mid-'90s, and in '97 we actually started a PAC for Northern Kentucky.
That's right.
That kind of turned into a national role and was vice chairman of the ABC National PAC, where during my 7-year tenure we doubled the size of the PAC, and it's now in the top 25 in the nation. So pretty proud of that from a business perspective. With the Ohio Valley, obviously served in leadership there with that chapter for 3 years. Former member of the International Association of Firefighters from Newport, which was then Local 386. It's now 45. And also proud to be a part of the airport local out there, 2976.
But I remember, as a reporter for the Inquirer, and that's how Kevin and I first met, but I wrote thousands of stories during my years as a reporter. One of the favorite stories I ever wrote was about the flood. Down in Silver Grove.
Correct.
And how that impacted your friends and your family and people you grew up with. But we got into a lot of your background. You started volunteering down at Silver Grove Fire Department when you were
12.
Yeah. I mean, that had been a blessing. That's the way it works down there, is all you guys grew up looking at these firefighters like they were heroes, which they are. And everybody wanted to get involved.
Yeah, and Pat got to see some of the pictures of me from when I was 18 years old and we were starting the Life Squad and things like that now have meant a great deal. And obviously there's a merger now, and was proud to be a part of that legislative movement. I drafted that with Senate Bill 66 for Katie Stein that kept that incentive money there for them to merge and to help their finances on that. On the community side, I'm vice chairman of the CARE mission, which is out in the southern part of Alexandria.
They've been on the show before. On that. Yeah, they're very. Matter of fact, I think you helped arrange that. That's a great organization.
I think I was Pat's producer for a couple of times there on some of them. And I'm also former chairman and actually charter trustee of the Voluntary Protection Association for Construction, which stemmed from a lot of work that I was involved in on the federal level to change some regulations as it involves the construction industry.
And what about your family?
Married to Christy since '97. Son Noah, who you've met, he's now 10, and Jack is our 10. Noah's the trap shooter, and Jack is the anything with the word ball in it player, and he's 7. Actually, I wanted to see if we're going to bring Noah back. I think he's going to shadow these guys because he does audio for the news team at Riley.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I know you would bring him to political events too, which you're a good dad, and my dad did that with me, and that's really get kids involved in politics, and he wants to be with his dad. I know,
he loves it. He's going to be on the trail with us, and certainly glad to have him along.
Yeah. And so then you were when were you named 4th District Chairman?
Almost, it would have been January of 2006.
Okay.
As you well know, Mr. Kerry decided to resign to run for Supreme Court.
Yes.
And the Congressman and I had a conversation, and he and I have gone back, Congressman Davis and I, since 2001. It seemed like the right thing to do. And that became a reality in January 2005.
And a lot of success with the 4th District Party. I know you have to be proud of some of the national figures have come in, including Karl Rove and Ken Fowler, who used to be, or Ken Melman, who used to be head of the RNC, right over in Florence, talked about the ground game in the 4th District, which is going out prior to election day, the days leading up, knocking on doors, getting people to the polls, one of the best in the nation.
Absolutely. The 4th District has come a long way. along with Congressman Davis and some new party chairs, we've been able to really restore autonomy to the counties and have them do what they want to do. At the same time, we've been able to support their get out the vote effort, their party building effort, their registration effort, and also trying to get up with technology, which you've written about time and time again, getting them their own website. You know, as our marketing people tell us, if you're not on the website, you don't exist. So if somebody moves into that county, first thing they're probably going to do, whether you agree with it or not, is consult Yahoo or Google. And they need to be up there. But we did a lot of good things. And the Get Out the Vote effort, being first in the nation on 2 occasions, being the best, obviously, in the state of Kentucky, driving over 50% of that effort, really is due to the amount of people that have come on board and have wanted to volunteer. I'd like to say that it's because it was the right time for me to be involved with a right group that actually did that. But if you look at people we brought to the table, I mean, you got John Schickel, Alicia Webb-Edgerton, Sal Santora, some really good candidates that we put into some really good spots that are doing great things in Frankfort and for their community. So
in the 4th District, we're not talking about Northern Kentucky. We're talking about Ashland to Louisville down to Lexington. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, continue our discussion with Kevin Sell. He's Republican running for Campbell County Judge Executive. He's on the ballot in May, and there's his website. We'll be right back.